I'm going to talk about my books. I'm going to flex my books. There's a guy um, here that on YouTube that tries to show that he's superior over me and others, but by the books he has, that the books somehow prove that he's, of higher intelligence. So, I don't have a big bookshelf behind me. I have a wall, and I haven't figured out what to do with that wall. I think I'm going to put. Uh, I have a tapestry of Middle Earth. I'm probably going to put a tapestry back there. But right now, see, I got my art supplies over here. Some of them. I got them all over my desk in front of me, too. Um, I have lots of books. Doesn't make me better than anybody else. My suspenders make me better. I mean, my overalls, but the rest of it doesn't. I don't have to flex my books. I don't need a big bookshelf to show people that I read stuff. Now, I'm not a great reader because of my dyslexia. So I'm selective in what I read, and I'm slower at it than other people are. But I do read books, and I do have books. My wife, even more. She has so many books. She makes Corky's little menagerie of books look pathetic, to be honest with you. But my wife, she's very well educated. And anyway, I should have adjusted that before I even started this. Also, books, before I show the books, I've prescribed to several different magazines. This is Rex World, which has to do with the Rex rabbits. Also got domestic rabbits. I've got hobby farms. And I have a book for people who raise chickens, or magazine. These come like every other month or something. They're not monthly. And there's my Hilda. And she reads books, too, about doggies. She's one of where my doggy books are. So I have lots of different books. Now, I cruise. That's one of my things. There's not a lot of books that I cruise. I don't give books on those because there's no need to it. But, there are things that benefit cruising. This one here is one of my many books on the Spanish language. It's a very good book. I usually take it with me on a cruise because most of the time when I go on a cruise, I end up in a country that speaks Spanish, and that country is Mexico because I go out of the Gulf of Mexico most of my cruises. Sometimes the Atlantic, and I go to the Bahamas where they speak English, so there's no big deal. But I also I grew up out west with a lot of Mexican people. I have a lot of Mexican friends. And so knowing Spanish, and, I don't know a lot, but I know enough to fool people to think that I speak Spanish. I go in the grocery store and I see, some Guatemalan or Mexican in line. I'll say something. I know all the names of food. So I'll start saying the food in Spanish. And they start speaking me in Spanish, and I'll just like, see, like but I really don't. But, I have books on speaking Spanish and phrases and stuff like that. So, me and my wife always go in to buy tequila, and Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow, so I'm going to drink some $100 tequila. $100 in Mexico, so it means if you buy it in the United States, it'll probably be $200-300. So anyway, other books that I read, this is Southern Birds, Backyard Guide to Birds. It has a lot of pictures, which is good for me. Yeah, Downy woodpecker right there. I recognize that without even knowing. I'm a bird watcher. I've been a bird watcher since junior high. And so, I have several books on birding, and this is just one of them. I'm a nature guy. So I got a lot of nature guys. I like to know what's in nature when I'm wandering through the woods or, nature. And that's why I live out here in the country, because I love nature. So here's a book on trees. These golden guides, they're hard to find anymore. They used to be popular back in the 70s and into the 80s, but now, this is a really good guide. It helps me determine what kind of tree. I come up to a tree, what kind of tree is that? So I take these guides with me sometimes when I hike in the woods or go to different places. Very good. I have a lot of different guides. Reptiles, fish, a lot of that kind of stuff. Also into paleontology, but I do have paleontology books, but I didn't grab one. I have a really good one, but I have those too. I just don't have an example. I have books on um, rabbits. This is the Rex Rabbit Guidebook. You get it when you join the Rex um, Breeders of America. I also belong to Rabbit Breeders of America. And so, I got books on rabbits. Of course, you and Sabella called me a rabbit blanker because you're both pathetic, but, you know, I raise rabbits. You may not like raising rabbits. You may not understand raising rabbits and the science and all that goes into it. You have to understand a lot to do a lot of different things, to have all the different hobbies that I have, my homesteading hobbies, my art life. So, um, I raise rabbits and I need to know about it. And this book helps me to know the standards when I'm looking for the different colors and what the rules are and what they look for when you're showing your rabbit. This really helps me to look at the babies and find out which one's the best one to keep for show rabbits, and we also raise them for meats. And I have other books on rabbits too about cages and stuff and things like that. Now this book, it just one is it's projects, home guide projects, concrete, how to use concrete to make different things, and it talks about how to different ideas, making steps, making patios, using concrete in a lot of different ways, making flower boxes out of concrete. And there's a lot of cool things. You can get a beach ball and fill it up with concrete, or get one of those balls you get at Walmart. They have the ball over in the kids' toy section. You fill those with concrete and let the concrete set, and then you got a concrete ball if you want for your yard. I haven't done that project yet, but it's something that I have in the future. Most people know that I'm an artist and always want to perfect my art. I'm looking at a whole bunch of art books right now. I have a whole bunch. I keep them in this office. I keep my books throughout the house where I need them most. My cookbooks are near the kitchen. Most of my books are in my wife's office, but I do have some books out here too. This book is called How to Draw Photorealism. So it helps me improve my artwork. I need to go through this book. I've read a couple chapters, but I need to read some more. It's a very easy read. The woman has a way of writing that makes it very easy for me to comprehend what she's writing, and it's filled with how to make a flower look more photorealistic. It's all black and white. It's all charcoal or pencil, but once you master that, then adding the color to it's nothing to it, buddy. Okay. I raise chickens. So I got this book from 4-H. It's how to raise chickens. It's very basic, though. I don't like the 4-H book because they're basically written for high school people with 4-H projects. I was in 4-H when I was in high school, but it's still helpful. It tells you the basic needs. If you're just starting out with chickens, this would be a good book. But if you don't really have anything I could use now, but when I started out with chickens, it was a very important book. Here's one that's very good. I love this book. This book is the Chicken Encyclopedia, illustrated reference. And it goes through all the different breeds. That's why I really like it. I can look at all these different breeds. And, it's all in alphabetical order. It's just like a dictionary of things you need to know about chickens. Well, an encyclopedia is what it is. And it's a very good book. And I bought this at Tractor Supply. And I love this book. I go back to it all the time. Sometimes I just look at it when I'm bored and something to do. So, screen went black. Where is my screen at? There it is. Anyway, This one is mushrooming with confidence. That's another hobby that I do that I didn't do this year, and I should have. I didn't get around to it. But in the spring, but out here in Alabama, it's more late winter. It's a great mushroom season. There's probably still mushrooms around. You go after a good rainstorm, one of those real good drenching rainstorms, and you go the next couple of days, there should be a lot of blooms of mushrooms. You can identify the mushrooms, and then, that's something I do. I don't just go by the book, though, because I belong to a mushroom club, and I make sure that the people who are more experienced with mushrooms can confirm to me that it's an edible mushroom. There's like thousands of varieties of mushrooms and only 50 that are actually poisonous, but I don't want to get poisoned. I really don't. I don't think you would either. Gardening. Y'all know that I garden, and I got books on gardening. I got lots of gardening books, believe it or not. I got a whole shelf just full of gardening books, and some of them I've never even opened. I went to a book sale, and they had a bunch of gardening books, and me and my wife bought a whole bunch. So, I got books on gardening. Because that's what I'm into. Not what Corky's into. Corky's into different things. He'll think I'm stupid. Him and Sabella will think I'm stupid for being into the things I'm into, because I'm not into the things they're into. But that's not how reality works. Art of Carving. This is a book that's tells you how to carve steaks and lamb and turkey. And I'll need that. I'll need to be cutting turkeys, duck. And it's just the art of carving, and it's a cookbook, but it's specialized in, carving. I need to get one of these nice knives. Oh boy, that would be nice. And one of these sharpeners. I don't have a good carving knife, but I manage. And here's another book. And some of you might like this book and not think of it. It's the Soup Bible. Boy, this book is just full of soup recipes that are just awesome. Roasted tomato soup, lentil pasta soup, plantation corn soup. There's one soup in there where you take steamed cauliflower, then you puree the cauliflower and use it as a thickener in a soup. Oh my God, that soup is so good. Last night, in fact, I made rabbit stew. That's what I made yesterday. I didn't get out of this book. I just kind of put together. I do like making soups. I cook a lot of soups when it's cold, the cold months, and it's economical to cook soups, and what you don't eat, you put in the freezer and then have it later. So a lot of times for lunch, I'll have some leftover soup I got all kinds of containers in my freezer full of soup. And so that works out a lot for me. The fact is, or the point is, that I read a lot of books, that I have a lot of books. I haven't read all of them, but I have a lot of books. I just ordered a book today, which made me think of doing this video. Ordered a book on raising turkeys, because I got 4 turkeys, and later on this summer, I'm getting 6 more turkeys, and they're going to be my heritage breed. I'm going to have a heritage breed of turkeys, and I'm going to have a turkey and chicken population. That's the future of my homestead, is that I want to have one breed of chicken and one breed of turkey. That way I can show them too at fairs and different things. And they do have turkey shows just like rabbit shows. So, I could do that and enter, my show turkeys, my show chickens, and know to improve the breed. I know that Rhode Island Red's a very popular breed of chickens, so just like I got Rex rabbits, which is a very popular breed of rabbits. So it's not always the best, you get in those smaller breed categories and you're going to do better than in the big breeds. But with the turkey, I don't even know if they show turkeys. They may. Maybe they show them at the at the rabbit or the chicken shows. I don't know. But see, Corky, people, you're not unique. The fact that you have a lot of books on your existentialism and your self-help stuff. That is the stuff you're into. I'm not knocking you for that. Why knock me for the things I'm into? Why think it's funny to make fun of me because I raise rabbits and chickens? Because you have made fun of me for that. Not that I was offended. I didn't get butthurt over it. But it just doesn't make sense that you live this pathetic life, but you want to down other people. That's the only insult you have to get at me. Is that, oh, Darren raises rabbits. And Sabella is always commenting on the fact that I raise rabbits. Like, there's something creepy about a person who raises rabbits. There isn't. I'm a homesteader. Do a YouTube search on homesteads. There's all kinds of homesteaders on YouTube. There's a homestead community out there that I'm a part of. So, having books helps you with your hobbies. And I have a lot of hobbies, as you can tell. I keep myself busy. YouTube's not my is my playground, but not my hobby. So you guys all have a good day and a better tomorrow.